What's up, everybody? A little bit of a different location, but what can I say? Life is ever changing, and I want for this series to reflect life. Also, yeah, you like the little Dutch angle on here? It's because this is not a flat surface. So if this falls, my computer breaks, and the stream abruptly ends. Don't be surprised. This week is a clusterfuck, specifically this weekend. Oh my god. It'll be over, though. It's fine. I mean, like, listen, if my life remains this catastrophic for a long period of time, then that'll be a personal record, and I can at least appreciate it. I can at least appreciate it amidst the fucking evil. All right, so we're going to rate our day out of 10. How are we doing, everybody? What's up, fam? Max Colburn's back. Oh my god, it's been so long. I assume you've lost all of your hair since I last saw you. And Leonard, Max, Mr. Shit, make sure to drop all of your scores, all right? Make sure to get deep and personal with it. And also be honest. Don't say that your day's a 6 if it's a 5.9. We got to make sure that people understand that this is a place where you can tell me just exactly how shit your day is so I can feel better or worse than you. And I can know exactly where we are in terms of self-worth. 4.5, fair enough. Where is my water? Here it is. Now, this stream, I'm doing this stream to prove to everybody that I can, in fact, do a stream. I'm not doing the stream for longer than like 10 minutes. We are so fucking tight on time right now because I got work, I got planning this busk tomorrow. And due to the busk, it's going to take like 8 hours, probably 9 in total if we're talking about setup, breakdown, plus the busk itself. We will not have time for a stream at the usual time tomorrow. I'm so sorry, guys. Sun in the back. Oh, yeah, we didn't incinerate. Where is it? Yeah, that direction. We did not incinerate it, by the way. Just know every single gift I receive, I always preserve. All the shit you guys gave me in Content Con 2023, I still have Bill Cosby hanging from my wall to this day. It's just kind of more of a personal, private thing. You know, you guys don't normally see it publicly in the streams, but it's there, trust me. And this guy, he's been kind of omnipresent in my life. Like sometimes I'll be taking a shit and I'm like, oh, I forgot I put you like in the corner of my showering room. And he's just there watching me with that little grin on his face. Representative of the two things, right? Minions are kind of the servants of God. And it's interesting, an interesting choice to place the face of God on top of the servants. Often there's this separation line in between the bottom of the pyramid and the tippy top of the pyramid. Say the star on the Christmas tree, so to speak. But the minions of God often are the embodiment of God itself. What is God represented by? Power. And what is the full embodiment of power? Those who operate under God's will. The minions represent the biggest piece of God in a way. You can't have a pyramid without the lower levels. So, in a way, Megamind, the God, is represented by the minions because even though Megamind outdoes each individual minion in terms of power and magnitude of intellect, the minions' pure quantity and the fact that they work in numbers under, say, the advice or under the rule of a god, they are representative of God's will in of itself because God's will works through the public. So Megamind is a minion and the minions are Megamind. Thank you, Leonard. No, I mean, not only does stuff like this, it makes you think about stuff like this, but also when you handed me this, you gave me a small little booklet with that exact interpretation written on it in cursive. Took me a couple of years because I don't know how to read, but I figured it out. And when I did, I cried because it was very deep. Yeah, my gullet is just not interested in inedible objects today, but it really is okay because, like, again, what I've been trying to do is just force my body to understand that the world's a rough and tumble place. We supposedly intake the same 3 elements: hydrogen, nitrogen, and like gasoline or whatever the third one is. I know it's hydrogen, nitrogen, and some other third element I keep forgetting, but we got to throw stuff in that'll throw your body for a loop, and that's how your body knows to prepare its internal systems to be prepared for fucking anything. Who are the weakest individuals made by? That's right. Shelter. There are studies that prove this. Oxygen? Nonsense. Oxygen's not real. Do you not understand? Like, all you got to do is combine like a couple nitrogen molecules together and you have oxygen. Oxygen's not real. It's just a construct of nitrogen and hydrogen and other stuff combining together. It's fine. No, I'm opening your second anus hole. I'm opening your fourth and fifth eye as well. I'm opening everything today. Call me a can opener because I'm opening shit. We're speed eating today. Little did I know that when work would come back into the fold and my workers' comp money would end, I did not realize that would make my life just a little bit more tight on time and inconvenient. Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate people who aren't arguing with me like Ian was and are actually mirroring my anti-government, topple the federal branch sentiment, you know? That's right. That's right. 2022, Brian, product of shelter. 2024, Brian, product of living in the woods and shitting in logs. Shitting in termite-infested logs for like a month or so. Really have been doing that. Yeah. It just takes practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. Then you don't go to Carnegie Hall because Carnegie Hall is for the weak. Then you go to somewhere more manly, like Brian's house. Yeah. Your mom's supremacy. That's an interesting phrase. Like, I understand what you mean by that, but when I hear your mom's supremacy, there is something about it that just sounds dirtier than I think, you know. But that's probably more me. It's probably where my mind's gone. And my mind's gone where I go, and I've gone to some fucked up places. So just know, if my mind goes somewhere that you weren't even ready for, it's where I've been. Yeah, thank you, Leonard. Mama, yeah, she's been very cool recently. Actually, is she in the laundry room yet? No, she's not. I think she left once I started talking about nitrogen, but she's been helping us out. What she wants to do is for me to live stream this bus that's coming up. I don't know if that's going to be doable, especially because we're going to be doing it in the middle of that Solana Beach strip that is apocalyptic and there is no Wi-Fi. It's like non-existent. The Pizza Port Wi-Fi exists, but you'd probably be hard pressed to stream like a 2-minute 140p dog video or something. Like you wouldn't be able to stream anything out there. So a live stream's kind of dicey out there. Isn't that right, Mom? If she doesn't know, I mean, I don't know why I asked her, but like, I just know from experience, like I've even tried to just film or just upload something to Instagram, like a 3-second clip of me picking my nose. And it would take like a half an hour and I'd have to get in my car and drive away. It's just that place is a dead zone for Wi-Fi. Most of what we're trying to reach are just people walking by. They can drop a penny in our guitar case and that's it. Wait. I do apologize for the negligence, being a deadbeat paper eater in the last couple days, and for how short the stream is going to be in advance. But I don't know, man. This week is funky. We're gonna get back on track soon. Trying to have a normal schedule, but it seems like for the past 5 weeks, not 1 week can go by without my schedule changing in some way, shape, or form. My teachers go to South Korea. Spring break comes along. I fuck my knee up and I have to quit my job. Some aspect, some very important aspect of my schedule gets taken away and it throws me out of balance. This has been happening once a week for the last 5 or 6 weeks. Now that's just bad luck right there. I am sure Megamind isn't cursing me for failing to attend my sermons. I did a sermon like yesterday. Trust me, all right? But as the time passes, my streak of bad luck will end because I am not a sinner. At least pay child support. I'm getting to that, okay? And Megamind should understand my intentions. It's like God always said, which is Megamind. Now, if you read Isaiah 19-7, it does say that God, in parentheses, Megamind, but they cut that out of the New Testament, doth thine shun thou'st upon not thine intentions and act. Wait, no, I fucked it up. Not thine actions, but thine intentions, because God knows all. He can see inside our heads. So he does not follow the basic pathways of judging someone based off their actions. God does judge you if your actions represent your intentions. In parentheses, Megamind, which they cut out of the New Testament. But so Megamind, because he knows all, should be able to read my mind and understand that I intend to pay the child support later. Also, if you're guys are new here, I know some people might find it like a little odd that I am preaching to a supposed false prophet, and I realize the only one in here that's truly clued in into the Megamind lore that I've become involved in is Leonard and maybe Max Colburn, but I honestly think you've forgotten because you do seem like a sinner to me, Max. No offense, your profile picture is orange, but the color blue and Megamind is representative of what L. Ron Hubbard talked about in the late 50s and early 60s involving, and people call it Scientology, but I don't like to call it like that, not because of the negative stigma, but because it's more accurate to call it Megamindism, because I know Megamind was a 2010 movie made by DreamWorks. However, the script and the original texts that Megamind, the movie, was based off of pre-existed 2010 by decades. Now, the first Megamind screenplays and storyboards first started coming about a little after L. Ron Hubbard passed away, but I do believe in what L. Ron Hubbard talked about. And a lot of what he foresaw was Xenu, a man with a large head, blue pigmentation of the skin, which obviously was the only form Megamind could take for mortal eyes to conceive, and also a large blue uncircumcised penis, would come down. He created us. However, God himself embodied the best of human beings. We are the sinning versions of God. So we, God's the more idealized version of us, obviously. And Megamind wanted to be humble. So he scattered a bunch of false prophets like Muhammad and Jesus and Judah and like the fish from Shark Tale and a bunch of other false bullshit prophets to throw us off his trail because he didn't want all the credit. A very humble God that I admire. However, we are picking up the pieces and we're figuring out who truly created all this. What is eating paper even about? Well, it's about strengthening your body, but I'm not talking about that, Mr. Shit. If you just look at the texts and you look at what L. Ron Hubbard discussed when it came to Xenu, Xenu was a very catchy name, very marketable. I'm sure L. Ron Hubbard made tons of evangelical Scientology money off of that, but he was a little off the mark, not to critique L. Ron Hubbard. He's great. And I have a picture of him on my wall that I kiss every morning, but I think people need to understand that we are getting better at approximating where we come from as time goes on. And L. Ron Hubbard died a while back before we were getting good at understanding ourselves and the world, and of course, God, Megamind in parentheses. So we now know what his real name is. Xenu is Megamind. And the 2010 movie happened to be a vision, and this is why art's important. The great question, can art exist without religion? Hells no. Art can't exist without us. We can't exist without Megamind. So anyways, if it seems like I'm just doing some sort of pop culture reference, it's not because of that. It's because I am deeply tied to this. And you guys think this is a bit, but when I was in high school, me and a great kid named Duncan Jeremiah started the Church of Megamind in my high school, and we made sure to promo it, and we made sure to have our presence heard, despite stifling from the ASB at CCA. And we all know what the A in CCA stands for. Anti-Megamind. So I should have known from the beginning they had a vendetta. Okay. This stream is just long enough. So this is the last piece. There's no more paper. I mean, there is paper. It's just the paper that my shit's on top of. Just no more sheets. Not eating any more. Remember, a sheet of paper. Letter A. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I want a refund. You're right. I should refund you. This stream, you paid $0 to get in, so I'll refund you $0. Send me your Venmo. I'll pay you $0. Typically by the way, my Venmo's ass nipple. That's actually my Venmo. So if you see a picture of Graggle Simpson, that's me. You'll find my name, Brian Case. Add me as a friend, and I'll give you your refund. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. That'll be day 858, I think. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. Thank you for dealing with me and my sporadic schedule and the fact that I haven't been consistent. I know 14-minute stream, but Twitch streams coming soon. Pinky promise, I am not dropping that. I'm actually going to try, and we just need to figure out the equipment, which, of course, my lovely and much better work ethic attuned person than me, mom, my mother, Mama Case, who's right over there, she'll be helping me out with it. So trust me, if I am too lazy to do this, don't worry, she won't. And she'll get me up off my ass which makes me sound bad, but don't worry, I actually work a job. I'm employed, so I do work in my life, but just not that much. So she helps me. All right, I will see you guys later. Till next time, this is goodbye. 3, 2, 1, the end. 5.0 McBurgerness. Your day will get better. Your day just started.